Will West Ham challenge for the top four this season? West Ham fans certainly hope so. The London club have signed a lot of new players, with Wan-Bissaka being the latest big name to sign. West Ham have shown incredible ambition as they've hired coach Julen Lopetegui, who won the Europa League with Sevilla in 2020 and even challenged a top European Champions League club for the signature of Jean-Claude Todibo. West Ham have spent more than £130 million on transfers during the summer window and are even planning more. Whilst it is impressive, it leads to a very important question. Will West Ham be able to make it work, or will their ambition be their doom? West Ham have been slowly transforming their side over the past few seasons and won the 22-23 Europa Conference League as a reward for their investments. However, in the league that season, West Ham were not incredible performers as they finished 14th after managing just 40 points all season. The next season, they lost one of their key players, Declan Rice, who signed for Arsenal in a deal which could become £105 million. How did West Ham cope with losing such a key player? Well, West Ham put that money to good use as they signed players like Mohamed Kudus, Edson Alvarez and playmaker James Ward-Prowse. However, West Ham didn't have the type of results they would have wanted. Even with Kudus joining the attacking talents they had under David Moyes, they still played a defensive style which didn't help their attacking-minded players much. West Ham played so reactively that by the end of the season, they averaged 21 touches in their opponent's penalty box per match. Only two other teams were lower than West Ham in this regard in the league. Striker Michail Antonio is a major beneficiary of this style due to his pace and immense ball-carrying ability, which allowed him to carry the ball from the areas far from the box. However, other players who West Ham bought, like target man Sebastian Haller and Gianluca Scamacca, couldn't thrive in the system and had to be sold. Fans have demanded a change, and that change is here with West Ham hiring Julen Lopetegui. Lopetegui is a decent tactician who is famous in Spain. He led Sevilla to 3 consecutive top 4 finishes and won the UEFA Europa League for them before taking Wolves from the bottom of the Premier League to a comfortable mid-table finish in the 22-23 season. Now he's expected to take West Ham to another level entirely. Unlike Moyes, Lopetegui is not a defensive coach. Well, sort of. So what is his pattern exactly? Lopetegui favours an attacking 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, but is not the kind of flowing ultra-attacking style that Pep Guardiola played during the earliest periods of when he became City's manager. At the same time, it's not as defensive as what West Ham fans have become used to. Will his system be a better one than what West Ham fans have played over the last few years? Lopetegui's style is more about balance. He places emphasis on using possession to gain control. This means that West Ham players have to be comfortable with the ball at their feet. So, to successfully play this style, West Ham have heavily invested in the squad. They've signed Wan-Bissaka for £15 million from Man United, Max Kilman for £40 million from Wolves, and Jean-Claude Todibo on loan from Nice with an option to buy for £35 million. West Ham went to war with Juventus, who will be playing in the Champions League, for the defender's signature. Juventus had originally made progress, with Juve fans making Photoshop pictures of the centre-back wearing their team's jersey. Then, in a shocking turn of events, West Ham came to hijack the deal, leaving the Juve fans in massive disappointment. That failed transfer would be Juventus' second during the transfer window. Are they in trouble for this 23-24 season? Apart from the signings we've mentioned, West Ham's also signed German forward Niklas Füllkrug from Borussia Dortmund for £27 million. 23-24 season's EFL Championship Player of the Year Somerville from Leeds for £25 million. They also signed some South American flair. Midfielder Guido Rodriguez, who won the Copa America with Argentina this summer on a free transfer, and teenage Brazilian winger Luis Guilherme for £25.5 million from Palmeiras. There are reports that West Ham plan more transfers, but this is what they've successfully done for now. So, how do all of these guys fit in? Wan-Bissaka is that one player that fans will claim doesn't fit into the Lopetegui style of play. In his 5 seasons at United fans praised his defensive qualities, some of which were on full display in the 23-24 season, where he featured less than usual, having 22 league appearances. 2 of his standout performances were against Manchester City in the FA Cup final and a thrilling 3-2 home win against Newcastle United. He ended the season with an average of 2.1 interceptions and 3.4 clearances per 90 minutes. Bissaka is an incredible 1v1 defender who has a sixth sense when it comes to making tackles. So West Ham fans know what they're going to get from Wan-Bissaka when it comes to defence, but what about attack and the overall Julen Lopetegui style, which is heavy on passing? Wan-Bissaka attempted 49.8 passes per 90 minutes in the 23-24 season, and out of those passes, 83.5% were successful. However, it's the matter of his injuries that will be the concern. The right-back played in only 41 of United's 76 Premier League games across the past 2 seasons. So again, why did West Ham buy him? Apart from passing, the right-back can also make productive overlapping and underlapping runs, which is crucial to Lopetegui's system. On the surface, it doesn't seem like Wan-Bissaka would fit, but he does have a set of skills that will be an asset for Lopetegui. The best part is that Wan-Bissaka might even just be signed because of his defensive attributes. Remember, Lopetegui prioritises balance. There are other players that can provide attacking outlets for West Ham, which means Wan-Bissaka can just focus on defence. Besides, West Ham's squad is now robust. If Lopetegui needs a more attacking setup, he still has Vladimir Kofal, West Ham's long-term fullback who provided 7 assists in 36 Premier League appearances in the 23-24 season. Wan-Bissaka is not the only player that can improve West Ham, especially in the defence. Todibo too has a similar potential. With Kurt Zouma considering moving away from West Ham, Todibo will theoretically easily replace him. Todibo even has something that Zouma lacks. He is a complete boss on the ball. The defender boasted a 90% pass accuracy, which is greater when compared with Zouma's 84% in the 23-24 season. The centre-back is so brilliant on the ball that on October 2023, Todibo finished the game with a new record for most touches with 188, most attempted passes with 181, and 165 completed passes, which was the highest in the game. He isn't the final piece of the defensive jigsaw, as West Ham have also signed Max Kilman, who Lopetegui is familiar with from his time with Wolves in the 22-23 season. Like Todibo, Kilman is also a ball-playing centre-back who is comfortable with the ball at his feet. He isn't the traditional centre-back who could launch tackles, but he's great at reading the game and composed under pressure, which helps him take the best option to defend ahead of the 2 defenders will be the defensive midfielder Guido Rodriguez. He won the Copa America with Argentina. The midfielder will help West Ham dictate tempo, and he has playmakers like Lucas Paqueta and James Ward-Prowse to play alongside him. West Ham are also stacked in the defensive midfield position, as Alvarez could also slot in for Rodriguez, or if Lopetegui is feeling ultra-defensive, he could use both. The West Ham squad would also be elevated with the 23-24 EFL Championship Player of the Year Somerville, who West Ham have signed from Leeds, who will also be key to what Lopetegui wants to play. The left winger is an elite 1v1 specialist who takes immense pleasure in dribbling and running in behind defenders. The left winger is so brilliant with the ball at his feet that he can cut inside to score or create a goal-scoring chance. He produced 100 chance-creating ball carries in the Championship, the most of any player. Somerville will ease the burden of scoring and creating chances on Jarrod Bowen, who has been West Ham's most prolific player in the past 3 seasons. Also, Mohamed Kudus will have another creative threat that will play on a similar level to him. With the amount of attacking talents West Ham now have, striker Nicholas Füllkrug should have lots of chances for him to convert into goals. West Ham have an amazing squad and can compete for the top 6 in the league this season. The only question is, will they click or will they struggle in the 24-25 campaign? Let us know what you think. Before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more football updates.